Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Proper and this is Crusader Kings 3. Right here you can see Duchess Elisabeth of Basconiaco and her husband, Duke Adalberto of Basconiaco as well. And these two are an absolute dream team. It is incredible to me that this actually panned out the way it did. She seemed to be a fairly, disturbed person when it comes to how her life went. Her first direct brother died, her second direct brother died, and she thought herself alone. But her husband has always believed in her, has always supported her, and has managed the realm like nobody else could have. He has always been in a position where, he understood what she underwent when she miscarried, when she lost the people that she loved the most in her life, and I think what once was a marriage done for political reasons has now become something that might very well lead into romance. It's incredibly interesting, I think, because they couldn't be any more different. She is an amazing warrior. She is a person that really believes in the value in honesty and bravery, while he focuses on being trusting and justice, something that she does sometimes but isn't really married to. And he is also a truly terrible warrior, and yet they have found to one another. They have supported one another, and I agree with everybody in the comments that pointed out, they should definitely try to romance one another. I will do this, I will try to initiate this immediately, and I will tell you right now, unless he rejects her, unless he directly says, Duchess Elisabeth, listen, I do all of this just because it's business, unless that happens, I think she will also try to bring him a gift. Do remember that it was his very own brother that went out of his way and attempted to seduce us, that attempted to romance us. I can only assume Duke Caramel maybe heard, the great stories that his brother told him when Adalberto visited home, when Adalberto visited Provence. He may have told the stories of what a great wife we are, how caring we are, and how open we are about our feelings. And then Duke Caramel immediately must have thought, I want to destroy what my brother has, and even worse, of course, he is married to somebody out of our dynasty as well. It is House Vasconia, which is the founding house of our dynasty, and all that just really brings me into a bit of a sour mood. I think, if things go well with our husband, we will tell our husband what happened, not on a mechanical level, but just on a roleplay level, and then, despite being allied, it will cost us prestige, but hey, sometimes you have to do things, even if they make you less liked. Then we will try to oust Duke Caramel in the name of justice. Right, so with all of that in mind, let's initiate our romance here with our husband. Declaration of love. The time has come to let my feelings towards Duke Adalberto be known. Right, the way I see this is that I think I will just be straightforward. Whatever my gut tells me in the moment, I will do. Let's take a look. The candle is burning low when I finally finish my poem. Before I send it, I give it one last read. Your luscious lips are the life-giving sun of my world. I wish only to hear your voice again, that I may know true joy. My darling Adalberto. The waiting is unbearable. The thought of rejection makes me sick to my stomach. When his reply arrives, I tear the seal with shaking hands. While I cannot encourage you, Duchess Elisabeth, I am most grateful for your kind words. Yours faithfully, Adalberto. Right, so he is playing the game of romance. Remember, this is a cultural thing. This is something that we are doing because, and they are establishing charismatic in Aquitaine. Very interesting. But this is something that basically is happening because, it's a bit of a back and forth as our cultural traditions command it, and he is playing into it. So this is very, very positive. Very nice. And Catalina Jimenez Inigua has arrived here. She has a claim on Tutera. I won't press this. At least I don't think I will, but I like that Catalina is here in our court. Now, we are the leader, of course, of this family. I will not introduce her to witchcraft. I don't see us realistically assaulting Navarra for no reason. They have been under pressure by the Muslims. I am the March of Aquitaine. I am not here to, throw sticks and rocks at fellow Christians. But interesting nonetheless, of course, that some of our family from the south appears to be landless. They appear to have lost their power. Every man for himself. What is this? Okay. The forceful knock on the door clears every bit of drowsiness from my mind. Who disturbs a duchess at this hour? My late-night visitor is none other than Count Centurio. I have to speak with you privately, away from listening ears. I have discovered something very interesting. Count Centurio has uncovered a secret of Mayor Ioannis. He is willing to share it with me if I let him off the hook. That will not happen, Count Centurio. I swear after this you will owe me no longer. You will thank you. You think you can make demands? Tell me or else. I would rather have you in my pocket than him. Would I be so aggressive? See, I don't think she's somebody that desires to really get involved in intrigue here. Who knows what Mayor Johannes' secret is? I mean, I can't pinpoint it, but I have to tell you, I don't think we're somebody that is as aggressive, you know, as she needed to be to push this out of Centurio, or to be as secretive to redo this. I will simply say I would rather have you in my pocket than him, because of course you know the secret of my witchcraft. Oh, and we just learned another secret of Count Centurio. He is having an affair with Mayor Urraca of Rai, which happens to be, it appears, in Montaigu, so in Poitiers Duchy. Mayor Eneko of Rai, okay, so honestly, I don't think this bothers us too much. It seems to be under my interest level. Just interesting to know, Centurio can't really be trusted, and I need him to know. Would he ever do anything? I have 1,000 things against him in my hand, so let's just cherish the moment here. What is this? The meet. To my surprise, Eneko came to the joust meet for the young knights in Bayona. He asked me for a walk on the battlements to discuss ideas for strategies, but I found myself having to shoot down bad suggestion after bad suggestion. Perhaps Eneko should keep to matters he knows anything about. Right, so he's currently losing our respect, and I'm feeling maybe he's seeking our personal time, because he also would like to romance us. Duchess Elizabeth appears to be very desirable, but she will definitely shoot him down, and should he actually do any open attempt, he will no longer be our Spymaster. Because a man like that we can't trust. Romance, an embarrassing odor. I have secured an invitation to a feast in Bayona and a seat close to Adalberto. Despite my determined attempts, I am failing to strike up a conversation. He's probably rendered speechless by the intensity of my affections. Suddenly, the loudest fart I have ever heard erupts from our table. A few of the guests are looking at Adalberto. I must save him. It was me. I farted. Sure. I don't care. I'll lie for my husband. I don't see why not. Adalberto is relieved and grateful. There you go. Then again, I gotta tell you, I don't think... I mean, come on. Adalberto farts and people get upset. Get a life. Wherever I go, my Spymaster Eneko is sure to follow. That look in his eyes, the words on his lips. I know exactly what he is after. Yeah, this is what I feared. You just lost your job, buddy. And you won't even be a knight. He's a good knight. Don't get me wrong here. But I am not doing this to my husband. We are a unit. And with that, the world will know of your perverted nature. I am releasing you as your role of a knight, and I actually will need more knights here. We will have to recruit some. Yeah, let's just do this. We still have to pay, of course, for them if we want them to remain, and we need a new Spymaster. Ah, Mayor Johannes. He is clearly not a friend of Centurio. You know what? I was about to suggest we hire him, but then I considered something. I realized something. Mayor Johannes could never be our Spymaster because we know for a fact that Centurio has something in his hands against him, and that is just a combination that we can't have. No, Mayor Matilda, you will become the new Spymaster, and then we need a new steward. Johannes, definitely not excellent here. Centurio could go in this position, but you know what? Let's put Fernando Benavides, a knight, into this position. Johannes, then I could put him here, but his stewardship is just very bad. I'm going to put Fernando in here, and I'm actually going to refocus Fernando on increasing development. I'm doing this because I'm thinking, obviously both of these benefit us, but only one benefits my family long-term, and that is increased development, so let's go with that. Ooh, what is this? Ouch. While walking across the room, I stubbed my toe. Quite frankly, normally, this may have caused a breakdown for Elizabeth, definitely would have caused a breakdown for Vea, but Elizabeth is actually stable. What a change in character. Ah, and look at that. The first knight has now arrived. Anso de Nahera. See, I am thinking... we could cheese this, in a way, where I could grant him a title, not a county, but I could grant him a barony. But instead, you know what? Oh man, 65 bucks! Could I do anything to get him to stay that is unrelated to this? I don't think I could do anything outside of maybe marrying one of my locals, I guess, but don't even have any lasses here. Anso, maybe I'll recruit you. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Sometimes that is difficult to say. We definitely don't have enough knights right now. You know, maybe I have to roll that back, actually. Eneko, you may stay for the moment. Nobody else here that really is important. Our brothers. Oh, yeah, you know what? Let me check this, actually. Our brothers clearly already have left. X is currently in Iberia. Very, very interesting. I love that for him. Zafir has left, also in Iberia. He is down here in Dania, so he is in southeastern Iberia. In Iberia, that actually is very close to the Ibadi faith here. These are the Berbers that once invaded. Very interesting. Both of my siblings went down there towards the Muslim areas. Maybe they will found families down there. Another knight has arrived, and man, he is skilled. He truly is skilled. Yeah, I could basically revoke baronies for free and then hand them out to them, but I don't think it... I don't like the concept of this. But speaking of baronies, actually, there is something I would be willing to do. If we had any free castles here, I would actually take those, but we don't, so don't worry about it. Romans, glimmering gold. Sweet Lord Adalberto, I sigh as I kneel before him. My only desire is to bring you honor and happiness. Pray, tell me, how can I prove my love for you? Adalberto gives me a long look. Lord Centurio's necklace is lovely. I have to tell you, I'm not stealing it, and I'm not commissioning that. I will compliment your taste. I think we already appreciate one another enough. I don't think we'll do that. Despite our best efforts, my agents have yet to uncover any secrets at Count Centurio's court. Oh, right. Yes, just disrupt schemes again. I don't think we need to look any further into this. We have something against him, and as long as Centurio does not outlive us, we will be able to never have this come to light, the secret of ours. And look at that, King Lope became dynasty head again. Wait, how? King Lope, wouldn't he have needed more troops than just what he has right there? Oh, it's because his maximum military strength... Wait, oh yeah, his maximum military strength is now significantly higher than our maximum military strength, so he became the leader again. I'm completely fine with that. I had nothing planned, because it would have all been metagamey, for example, getting a claim on Aquitaine, on Navarra, all that stuff, not really that interesting to me. I like the idea, though, that basically when our family has issues, people come to him and to me to solve them, right? This is a title, this is a dynasty head that is fairly intangible. It's not like a crown, right? But it's just the general respect leans towards him and me inside of this family. And speaking of family, I noticed this off camera, actually, that Duchess Agathe is married to Duke Tybalt Mounier. And Duke Tybalt is actually, look at that, he is the grandson of King Asna I Cataline. And I like that a lot, because, I mean, his children will be inheriting Valencia. So we have Mocomange down there as well. And what is this? My ally attacks. Duke Bermudo Veyes attacks the Countess of Tolosa. Catalina, I got nothing against her. He attacks her for Count Egidio's claim. Oh, that is so nice. And you know what? I'm getting involved here. Our half-brother is pushing the claim for our full nephew. Remember, Count Egidio here is the son of Gomez. Gomez was initially destined to become the Duke of Armagnac as per the wishes of our father, but then died in battle against Count Gerhard of Viennois. He served in Viennois against the War Lady of Wieden, Duchess Dujana, and he fell. Duchess Dujana is an incredibly interesting character. But you know what? Duke Bermudo, you are basically doing me a favor here. You are strengthening my nephew that I love and that is very dear to me. I will participate in this war. I will lead this army myself and I will march into Tolosa if necessary. Ooh, and they have some troops here. Interesting. Who are these knights? They are all here. Oh, no! They hired the Marches of Asconia. Oh, they hired the Marches of Asconia. Otherwise, they wouldn't have his knights present there now. Yep. Okay. We might be fighting our brother here. Abakada. He has guarded trade in the Western Mediterranean. He has made his own lot in life. Let's just see where this is headed. I will definitely assault this in the name of my nephew. You have to understand, she is a family-oriented person, but family basically ends, you know, to the people that are actually the closest to her. And Abakada, if we meet him in Bethany, I can't even talk anymore, then that is just another soldier that we need to end. Let's take a look at this. Cousin taken prisoner. Wait a minute, let's check this out real quick. Tybalt has been taken prisoner by Sheikh Fafia. Can I buy his freedom? That is rough. That is doubtlessly rough. And it looks like Zenturo has actually passed away as well. Died of old age. As long as he didn't tell his son, Count Pierre, nobody knows of our secret anymore. I can make Pierre the marshal, and with that, we are in a pretty good space. Our secret, our family is safe. At least that is the way it seems to me here. Let's just take a look at this as well. This son doesn't have any traits yet. Let's see how this battle goes. After all, this is incredibly important. If we win this, then we can win in the name of our nephews. And Tolde Bordeaux has wounded the enemy commander Fernando. Fernando is not a part of that mercenary band. He is a part of that mercenary band, so Eramun was just maimed. One of my knights is teaching the fighters of Captain Abakada a lesson. And I think he's wounded because he's a flagellant. I don't think he's wounded because of this battle. At least I hope so. I think it would still hurt should Captain Abakada die in this particular battle, you know? It would definitely not feel good. I mean, that much should be clear. But yeah, very clear victory. We gained a lot of prestige because we, of course, commanded it, and our contribution to this war went up, which will also, of course, be positive for the actual war calculation there. Let me just check here. Yeah, since he wasn't commanding it, they didn't put Abakada. Let me actually check for Abakada. How high is your level here? If I can find him. There he is. Captain Abakada. Ah, he's pretty good. I guess Fernando is quite a bit better, though. Yeah, Fernando got lucky here that he got... Or, well, unlucky that he got chosen as a commander. It seems as though Abakada is abstaining from the battlefield here, which is, of course, good for his life. I'll be honest with you. There was no way of him winning this. We could get some more money, and honestly... Yeah, honestly, I'll take that money. We are protecting the shores here. You always need to keep in mind that we are a march, and there is no active, very strong enemy around us. Navarra, Christian, but... Just recently, we have been raided by the Yoms Vikings, and we only repelled them because Duchess Elizabeth is so capable. She needs more funds from the church to, you know, basically fortify this coastline so that the Christian path to Santiago is safe. That is what we're getting this donation for, at least when the Pope asks for what we did with it, you know. But yeah, no, I think this is a very good choice there. And I'm thinking about this. We could actually improve the small hill fort. In that case, we definitely are securing Santiago. I like the idea. It's not really necessary, mind you, but... what else do we have here? We could do the barracks. They're giving more troops. I do like the idea of more troops, don't get me wrong here. Ooh, we have an empty building here. I didn't even realize. We could get more levies. Skirmisher damage and archer damage. We do have skirmishers. We do have spearmen, though, as well. I think we're going to go with a military camp. I think it makes sense, since we don't have one in La Pordie, that we have a military camp from where we start campaigns when campaigning season starts. Let's establish the military camp right there. And maybe I'll just... Ooh, we could build this up even further to camp cooks here, giving us a bigger bonus even for archers and skirmishers. I think it's totally worth it. Yeah, you know what? I'm doing this. I'm investing in the military here, I think. Should be something that... Basically, I use the money from the Pope, and I actually use it in the way that he wanted it to be used. If we ever get raided by pirates, we now have quick response forces that enable us to keep all the pilgrims safe that go via this road. So, very nice. Oh, right, we have the classic intruder event. I must save him. Let's hope that it works. Let's go. It worked. Soulmate. We have done it. Duke Adalberto is a soulmate. Oh, and he also became a drunkard. We were both really looking towards the alcohol there, huh? But oh yeah, we're definitely gonna win this. The candy jar got destroyed. Oh, and they hired another mercenary band. It's the Captain Idris of Aragonese band of Fraga. Yeah, you're gonna get destroyed, my friend. Is Abakada? No, he's not commanding this. Just checking whether our brother showed up. But yeah, this is just a clear victory. We are the winners of this war. His gifts are plentiful. I pour my gifts into the soil, herbs, milk, and honey. With my eyes closed and smoke stinging in my nostrils, I raise my arms towards the moon. Master, knower of all truths, father of all power, please accept my humble gifts and offer me your guidance in turn. I ask the horned god for luck in the art of love, the aid of shadows, definitely not, wisdom and wit. I think luck in the art of love. I mean, we definitely want to be the best wife that we can be for Adalberto. I can see this being a part of a motivation. I can definitely see that. Wisdom and wit I can also see, though, because how else can you be a good leader for your family? In this case, we're honest, brave, and greedy. I think this is a bit of an emotional greed. We want Adalberto's lone attention, and with that we will say Ackerbells, give me the power to be forever united with Adalberto. I assume, you know, obviously Romans it's already done, we've already succeeded there, but yeah, I think that she sees this as something that even further can bind them together, and she enjoys that, I mean, doubtlessly. The battle here is won, and soon, very soon, this will also... Look at all this prestige we're making here, man, that is just very, very nice. You gotta love that. And the war's over, of course. We took a prisoner. Euphosina Gelonès. Oh, the Gelonès family, huh? Are you related? Because he's a Bonifazi, right? If he is related to her husband, then it is a very, very distant relative. Yeah, these are the Dukes of Toscana. We pointed that out at the very start when we did get married, that this dynasty, the Bonifazi dynasty, they are the Dukes of Toscana. I'm gonna let her go. Unless somebody is willing to pay for her, I suppose, but I think I might just let her go. Is somebody willing to pay? No. Alfosina, I got nothing against you. You were just in the wrong place. You can go. You are free to go. Our armies have won. Tolosa has fallen into the hands of our nephew. You love to see it. Now that was cooperation right there. Duke Ramel, how are you doing, my friend? So here's alliances with Macron, Transuranian, Macron. Very weak. Okay, who cares? Armagnac. I think I can call in Duke Bermudo before things would actually start to go south, right? But yeah, they will have a pretty strong army, all things considered. They in unification, once they unify, they are fairly strong. I still very much want to declare this. Well, I still very much want to oust the person that basically went against me. Transuranian, of course, fairly strong. And currently not busy, which is of course bad. Maybe there's a bit more of an opportune moment. Maybe we just need to wait a moment until we can hire some mercenaries. We'll have to see. What is this? Petition my liege. We can really only do fortified borders. I don't think we can currently justify it. I don't think fortified borders is something we can currently do, primarily because we're looking at a situation where we border Navarra, and we can say, sure, the Vikings exist and they are a threat, but that's the money that I took for the from the Pope already, right? So this is not necessarily all that good. No, we don't really need a royal visit. I'm just checking whether there's anything here that we could potentially... We're already on the council, of course. Military assistance. We could do that. We're gonna keep this petition open. Should we start a war? Oh no, it's not an external war, actually, now that I think about it. We can't even do this. We could have asked him for assistance, but only against an external enemy. Against Provence, this doesn't even work properly. I think, yeah, I guess that's it, right? They can't found a city holding anywhere where we live anyway. And he cannot afford this. If he had more money, we could look at that, but look at that. He's actually losing money. Yeah, that's not that great. I don't think we're going to petition him for the moment. I think we're just going to let that go. We're just going to ignore that. And I think we're going to focus on our own affairs. The king doesn't need to get involved. That is why, after all, my brother wanted, you know, the Liberty faction to take place. That is why I am still in this. Oh. Huh. Duke Vere II Soirée. I never, or at least I didn't see it, but I don't think I ever got a notification that he joined this faction. Huh. Duke Vere II Soirée hasn't married either, must be pointed out. His brother Diego may inherit everything. But I think much more importantly, he is part of this faction, and he will stay there. He thinks very ill of King Lope. Now, I don't want to harm King Lope, but should we get any event, I think, of Duke Vere II leaving a positive impression, I'm going to interpret this in a way where Duke Vere II is influencing us, maybe calling forth the memory of our brother. And maybe then we will actually start a war against the king, but not right now. What is this? Both Duke Girard of Auvergne and I are held in esteem by our liege King Lope. However, when it comes to handing out titles, honor and wealth, one of us will always be first among equals. The upcoming gathering at Carcassonne Castle gives me a chance to ensure that I am the one with the king's favor. Having my brother Duke Bermudo by my side will surely help as well. I will illustrate that God already favors me. We vassals should work together. Ooh. I do like that a lot. And I like him a lot, actually. I like him a lot more than the king. Duke Girard IV, huh? I'm almost saying, almost thinking, I could get a... Ooh. Oh, okay. King Lope finds me to be attractive. And he may try to pursue me further. I will not do that. This is intrigue. We're too honest to do that. I don't think we could cope with that. We are literally planning a war against Caramel just because he even attempted it. I'm not somebody that talks a lot about God. And I'm also not really a smooth talker. I mean, then again. Girard could befriend the king here. I like the drama of this. Getting positive opinion is nice, but maybe having a vassal that is friends with the king could aid the king directly in a war that we would start would be interesting as well. I will try to get the most out of it. We don't need a Liberty faction, right? If I get a weak hook and can then change my contract. So let's see whether we can pull it off. I become friendly with the king. Gained 30 opinion. I got a weak hook. I gained prestige. I grew closer to forming a rivalry with Duke Gerard IV, and Duke Gerard IV is angry. Interesting. So now I have a hook on you, and I feel like this is pretty good. I could demand an artifact here, the Vasconia Dynasty, but come on, we're not doing that. I don't even have a throne room to hang it in. I could demand payment. No, I think there's something much more important that has to be done. We have to change our contract. Man, we could really go for tax exempt here. We could really go for tax exemption here. How much am I paying him right now? Least taxes, I mean, it's literally nothing, basically, because you already have the March contract, I guess. I could bring down the feudal levies, but we have pledged anyway to serve King Lope. I don't really see the purpose here, in the sense that, you know, like, we're already at a point where we are willing to give him troops. But then again, liberty is liberty, right? Yeah, the way I see this, actually. You know what? No. I actually will give myself council rights. I like this much more. Being on the council is much more interesting, gives me the right to demand it for future generations as well. And I'm not really interested, both on a meta level or as a character, in weakening King Lope for no reason. He is a decent king. Are we best friends? No, certainly not, but he's not terrible. He has treated me right. I'm just gonna say in exchange for all the rights that I have, or in all the privileges that you enjoy coming from me, I want to be on the council. And there you go. With that, we will be on the council. Even if he were to unify with Italy, should the excommunicated King de Gege the Knowledgeable die, which should be fairly soon actually, man, and he is the perfect thing to live as long as he can, but should that ever happen, King Lope would have me on the council, and that is good. That is very good. What do you want here? Circumstances have made it necessary to make the following alterations. Yes, I just did that. Okay, so that was just the notification. That was a very odd notification. I swear I've never... Alright, anyway. Social manipulation. Andrejotto. We have removed her from the council in the past, and she's now growing bolder. Her challenges no longer pass unnoticed among my vassals. She is testing my limits. The others are sure to follow unless I give her a taste of her own medicine. I could basically mean girl her. I could try to... Forgetting to invite her leaves her in the dark. She shall have tasks which are impossible to complete. I guess that she would do everything in her power to get the task done. She is ambitious. All problems will be blamed on her. Or I could just intimidate her. You know what, I'm gonna say, I'll just give you tasks to keep you busy. Giving people busy work is a fundamental mental cornerstone of this economy. And of my realm as well. Let's see whether that worked out. I've gained a hook. Very, very nice. Can't really do much. I guess I actually, no, I can't totally demand payment. I like that. I really, really do. Could revoke her title. Not very interested in that. Offer a ward. No, that doesn't really play a big role. I'm going to demand a payment from her for that. Yep, sure. Just 15 bucks, but it's 15 bucks. When Mayor Andrejotto tried to complete her task thoroughly, I scolded her in front of everyone, and when she hurried to get done in time, I displayed her sloppy work for all to see. She bent herself backwards to please me, yet I never acknowledged her efforts. Now she remains quiet. Eyes cast low. Man, that is bullying. But that is also like the only event that thing has. Ooh. Huh. I got an unpressed claim on Santonage. And I do not like Prince Bishop Ladislav. We have, in general, I think, a troubled relationship with the church. He's a fan of mine, but yeah, we're not exactly close. Of course, originally this belonged to Prince Archbishop Lope II, which was a big and important thing, but in those days are long over. We may actually push that. But you know what? I think we're going to push this button right now. I think we're going to do it. Ramel, I will move against you. We will hire some mercenaries, and then we'll see what we can do. I will push for Adalberto's claim on Provence, and I will eat this. I said this before. I think prestige and reputation mean a lot to people. It means a lot to her as well. But she tells her husband that his own brother tried to seduce her, tried to, you know, get between her and the marital sanctity, right? And that it's necessary, even if many people won't understand why I would attack my ally. I think we're gonna do it. We're going to have Armagnac on our side. I wish I could call in Captain Polan, but that's sadly not how it works. I might hire him, honestly. I don't actually think I can afford that though when I think about it. Transuranian, Armagnac, and Macron. It will be it will be a very close war, but we will now begin. The cultural acceptance will actually go down. Of course it will, because this is a war between two otherwise incredibly close cultures. Armagnac, I will call you in. Let's hope that I call you in before they call you in. And then why don't we check out who we can hire? Ooh, Occitaniera Band of Comanche. He's French. Very funny. The Marchers of Asconia, huh? Captain Abacada. Well, well, well. Wouldn't that be funny? We could hire more, of course, but I think I'm actually... I'm not sure what I'm gonna go with there. You know what? I'm gonna leave this for the next episode when we move in against Heramel and potentially win, potentially lose, proving our love either way for Duke Adalberto. And then we'll see where we go from there. For the moment, let me know what you think about all of these intrigue-riddled things inside of this realm. I don't appreciate all that intrigue, but it is what it is, and I will see you later, alligator.